right now to learn more.
800-240-4587. 800-240-4587. 800-240-4587. That's 800-240-4587.
Why have thousands of aspiring authors teamed up with Christian Faith Publishing to publish their book? Because Christian Faith Publishing is an author-friendly publisher who understands that your labor is more than just a book. We provide authors freedom and flexibility throughout the publishing process, professional book editing, award-winning design, and some of the highest royalty structures in the publishing industry. And as always, you will retain 100% of the rights to your book.
I was looking to find a company that I could trust, one that assisted in the editing process completely.
The most important qualities that I was looking for was a publisher who was honest and upfront, no hidden costs or fees, and owning the rights to my own work.
Christian Faith Publishing will publish, market, and sell your books in all major bookstores, online booksellers, as well as specialty Christian bookstores. Call for your free author submission kit.
800-978-4812. 800-978-4812. 800-978-4812. That's 800-978-4812.
Here's important new information from the Diabetes Solution Center for you, a family member, or a loved one suffering with diabetes. If you have lost your provider, or if you need a provider for diabetic supplies, you may qualify to receive your diabetic testing supplies now with little or no out-of-pocket cost, regardless of your age. All you need is Medicare or private insurance to be potentially eligible. Call the Diabetes Solution Center right now for details. Just takes a couple of minutes. Our friendly, knowledgeable agents will give you free, no-obligation information, handle all the insurance paperwork, and make sure your supplies are delivered directly to your door for free.
Call U.S. Medical Supply 24 hours a day. 800-597-9323. 800-597-9323. 800-597-9323. Call right now. 800-597-9323.
Let's be honest. Wheelchairs are heavy, bulky, and ugly. If you carry a wheelchair in your car to take care of a loved one, you know how hard it is getting that clunky, old-style wheelchair in and out of your car. Introducing the Feather Chair Wheelchair. At 13 pounds, it's the world's lightest wheelchair. It folds in seconds and fits neatly. Chair. The world's lightest wheelchair is just $4.99 with easy payments as low as $16 a month. Sorry, no Medicare or insurance accepted. So call right now to order yours.
800-823-5826. 800-823-5826. 800-823-5826. That's 800-823-5826.
You're listening to Joco Community Radio.
Good morning, Jobfather Nation. It is so great to see everyone. First of all, let's have a big personal round of applause to have our personal Jobfather back, Foster Williams. We love you and missed you, Foster. We are so glad you're here. Well, welcome to the Jobfather. As we get into today's show, just a quick reminder that we are, I'm sorry, give me a second here, that we are honored and excited to be a part of NTX Radio, which is a radio and podcast collective proudly serving all of North Texas and can be heard all over the world on TuneIn Radio and on the NTX Radio app. You can listen via Android, Apple CarPlay, or just ask Alexa. Check out our lineup and more at ntxradio.com. We thank our valued partners for literally giving us the opportunity to amplify the voices of North Texas. With that being said, before we get started, let's just do, let's have our quick word of prayer. How does that sound, Foster?
Yeah, let's do it.
All
You
right.
could say Alexa this morning. That was pretty
I
cool.
could. I could. I'm in the office today. Father God, we just thank you for the privilege and the opportunity to be here to serve the job seeker community. We just thank you, Lord God, that Foster's back and he's healthy. And we just ask, Lord, for your hedge of protection over him and that you would open doors of opportunities for all of our job seekers and that they wouldn't miss building fruit during this time. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Well, we are excited. We have our wonderful Diana back today. She is one of our
Yeah.
leaders. She's an expert and she has so much knowledge to share. But before we get into all of the exciting things that Diana is going to bring to the table, Foster,
Uh-huh.
we are glad you're back. We missed you. Do you have a? I know we have just a few announcements, but do you have a dad joke for us?
Yeah, I got a dad joke, but before I do, I am really, really excited this morning because uh Austin Huckabee, my buddy Austin Huckabee, who is starting his career, just landed a data engineer job at CEC Entertainment.
That's
Now,
great.
you guys know CEC is Chuck E. Cheese. So
Oh,
we got
cheese.
we got to keep that big rat going.
Okay, so first of all,
He's a mouse. I'm just trying to
cheese
be.
for adult play hour. I mean, I've done Chuck E.
Yeah,
Cheese. It's fun. That they have the real skee ball still.
I know they do, don't they?
Yes.
Yes,
You got
I
Diana. You
Diana
remember
gets it.
T-ball?
I love me some skee ball.
Me
I
too.
Right.
know.
I spend
Skee
hours.
ball is wrong. I don't want to be right.
That's right. Okay, love you, Diana. That's
So
very good. Can we
Austin,
make that shirt?
congratulations. Yeah. And Austin's mom also landed a job about 2 weeks before Austin did. Deanna, we love you. Deanna Huckabee and Austin Huckabee. So we are really double celebrating today.
Heck yeah, we are.
Well, let's see who's with us. I see my friend Daniel Martinez. What's up, Daniel?
Hey,
And
Daniel.
Sharon Adams. Hey, Sharon, over at Thomas Edwards Group. Love you. We love Sharon because she gets it. And
Mhm.
Jim Williams is with us. You know, me and Jim got the same last name, so we'll see what's up with that. Christina Matthews, I love you down in Houston. I hope I can get you up here for a job. That's a little game. Christina's pretty cool. So, okay, guys, I am supposed to be giving you guys a dad joke, right?
That's right.
Okay. So, guys, why? I want y'all to think real good on this. Why do Google? We're getting close to Halloween, right? So why do ghouls and demons get along so well? You
Good
people
question.
online,
I got nothing.
I
you
don't either.
because ghouls are a demon's best friend.
Oh, for goodness sakes.
Come on, this is dad joke center. This is
Bro.
dad joke
I've
time.
got one for you.
Okay, I
Okay,
want to
come
hear
on,
it.
come on,
I've got
come
one
on,
for you.
Diana.
So a cheeseburger walks into a bar,
Oh, I'm liking it
and the
already.
bartender looks straight at him and says, "Get out of here."
Cheese fell off.
And
What
the
happened?
cheeseburger's like, "What? Why do I have to leave?" And he's like, "We don't serve food here."
That is awesome. That is a good one.
It is a good one. I've got
Oh
one.
my
I've
God.
got one about airplanes, but it probably shouldn't be shared on
Oh,
national
bummer.
TV, national
Yeah.
podcasting. What we got going on, world podcasting. There are people all over the world that are listening to us, and we want to thank you guys. Matthias, you guys, I call him Matt, over in Germany, and I know you guys are looking. Yeah, and Miss Chiacone, I still hadn't figured out how to say her name. Monia, I don't know how to say your last name. Chiconia. She is in Italy with a group of people in Italy. So
I'm
I just
so
want
jealous.
Wow,
I
how
want to
exciting!
shout out to all the people that
Go
support us.
Italy and Germany.
Kimberly Adams, hey, hi, and I see Yolanda. Yolanda's back. She's with us usually all the time anyway. Okay, so guys, I want to reintroduce you guys to Diana Alt, A-L-T. If y'all can't spell Diana's
We
last
love
name,
our
then come on now,
Diana.
you don't need no
There's a
goddamn.
key on your computer unless you're using a Mac.
Yeah,
Now
yeah,
that-
there
Boo.
is. I
We
like
don't do
that.
Macs.
Fun fact: when I
That's
was
a
a
fun fact.
sophomore in high school, I took like basic programming class, and there was a guy that sat right next to me, and he called me Alt Key all semester.
Oh, I
No,
love
he
it.
I
did
did not
not.
love at the time, but then both of us ended up in IT. So
That's
There we
funny.
go.
I never thought about that. So you giving me, I'm the world's worst at running things in the ground. So I got something now, guys.
I'm a command key now.
You
So
are,
I
and
can
that
throw.
is good for you. I love the hair. I love your. So Diana says, be the boss of your career, guys. Diana is a boss. She is the no BS career search. Now, when I'm telling you guys that Diana is no BS, Diana ain't no BS. So we're going to talk about a lot of things today that we are timid to do that we probably should be doing in our job search. So we've got Diana with us. I want to start us out. You guys ask questions in the chat. I want to
Yeah.
start us out. Diana and I were talking about the other day, we were talking about connecting with leaders in your industry. Guys, I don't think we should be timid to reach out to some of those people that we think are way too big for us to have on our LinkedIn profile, way too important. Those actually are the people we probably should be reaching out and giving an opportunity to build a relationship with. Diana, what you think about that?
I completely agree. So I don't know if I had started already. I started a podcast this spring.
Oh yeah, let's talk about your stuff.
Yeah, my podcast is called Work Should Feel Good. And if you want to go to workshouldfeelgood.com, which is a domain I bought like 5 years ago, not knowing what I was going to do with it, you can see all the places to connect, subscribe to the podcast, all of that kind of stuff. But one of the interesting things about it is the opportunity for networking that happens and how sometimes lately I've been getting a lot of people who are authors. Fall is when everybody releases books. So I've had a lot of people that were authors that I've had on the show. And it's interesting because like sometimes I'll just read like a really high quality book that's going to be amazing and think, oh, well, why would this author want to go on my show that I just do it. I haven't even gotten good at tracking metrics or how many subscribers I have or anything like that.
That's okay.
But they always are so excited. And then I had a guy that wrote a book called, he co-authored a book called Own Your Brand, Own Your Career.
Okay.
It's really good. The man has been podcasting for like 10 plus years. And I interviewed him on episode 20 something. And he said, I'm so happy to be on your show. And I can't believe it's only 20 episodes. You do so good. So like, just because you don't have 1 million reps or 1 million followers doesn't mean people like that are not going to be interested.
Exactly.
So,
own your what is it?
That book is called Own Your Brand, Own Your Career.
Okay, thank you.
And the authors are Mike Kim and Andy Storch. And you can just go get it on Amazon right now. It's a really good book. And it's kind of simple. A lot of times when we're experts, we want to make everything fancy and what are the hacks and what is layer 12.
Writing this down.
It's a really good like starter book. So
yeah, I just wrote that down. Thank you for sharing that. We always love to give
Diana, is it STORCH?
It is.
Okay. I'm showing that my mom was an English teacher right now, right?
Yeah.
Mine too.
I was one of those little kids. Diana, were you one of those little kids in spelling bee when you were little?
Oh man. Yes, I was. Let me tell you the word I'm never going to forget how to spell. It's the one that took me out at sixth place in like the county spelling bee.
Oh, did it take you out? Which one is it? Yeah.
Adamant.
Oh, yeah.
Like
ADAMAN.
Yeah. I don't even know if I'd ever heard the word before.
Yeah. But it's a hard word for a kid. My God.
For a kid. Shoot, I had to think about it at age 60.
Well, I'm embarrassed. I got out of the word cot because I thought it was 2 T's, and I guess it's 1 T. And that was embarrassing because that isn't even that hard of a word. But I was like, I don't know why I thought it would be 2 T's.
Well, it could be a COT. It could be the thing that I was a Boy Scout, so I slept on a lot of cots.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I didn't. We do. Our idea of camping in my family is like a 5-star hotel. No, I'm kidding.
I feel like camping is a Holiday Inn. That's how I put it. Like,
oh, that's truly my dad's favorite. Holiday Inn is his favorite. Yep.
Yep. So,
I'm loving this conversation.
Christina brought up, like she said, I'm one of those timid people. afraid or embarrassed to connect with hiring managers. And like,
Christina's so sharp. She shouldn't be timid for
don't
anything.
don't don't be like that.
No, don't be
One
like
thing I had this is something I think you and I talked about yesterday, Foster. I had a client this week that was really struggling with the idea of networking outreach, and she
Okay.
wasn't
Oh, yeah.
necessarily specifically trying to go to hiring managers. She's just trying to go to people in her network, people she knows. Who do you know that I should talk to? I'm looking for a job. She said she didn't feel good about doing that. And I said to her, C, we'll call her C. What would you do if you needed to build a deck right now and you didn't want to waste your money?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And I said, how would you find out who to build your deck? And she's like, oh, I'd probably post it on Facebook or text a bunch of my friends or whatever and say I'm building a deck. Like, who do you know that's good to build a deck? Like, why will we do that for a $15,000 deck project or $5,000,
Yeah.
however much your deck's
That's a
going to
good
cost,
point.
but not for your job that could be
Hello.
$60, $100, $200,000 a year, and is how you pay the bills. Why will we ask about the deck but not our livelihood?
Yeah, I built this network by doing crazy stuff. Now you guys know how my personality is anyway, so I'm the one that's gonna jump in feet first and go, oh, I forgot my life jacket. So, but guys, we've got so much technology and things around us now. So don't be afraid to do something new. If you get some idea in your head, step out on that thing.
Mhm.
Don't be afraid. Now, of course, we got to keep it couth because our brand goes with whatever we do. But consider these things and don't be afraid to step out, connect with certain people, it may be, or do
Mhm.
certain things. You might even want to do something new on your resume. Who knows?
Can I
But
Yeah.
throw something at you though?
throw,
But
throw.
here's the thing, like you mentioned technology, and technology is
Mhm.
amazing. But one of the top problems right now is people hiding behind the technology. So
Uh-huh.
make sure that you're not just only looking at the technology. Make sure you're not hiding behind, well, now I can write super fast outreach emails and I can send 50 in a day via DMs versus
That's a
5 in
good
a day.
point.
Like when you could call your old boss that you haven't
Yeah.
talked to in 2 years, but that really liked you. So you need to
Yeah.
do both things.
I like what you said there, both. It's a balance, right? You've got to
Yeah.
It
still
is a
keep the
balance, yeah.
personal touch, utilize the technology to help, but don't lose the important relationship building piece
Yes.
of it.
There's a word right there.
Yeah.
What's our
Yep.
word? What's our word, Dana?
Relationship.
Relationship.
Relationships,
Dana,
babe.
Yep.
always get close to the screen when we talk about
Yep.
relationships. Because
My
that's
camera's up kind of high today, so
yeah,
I'm
you
like,
can't
so I'm like,
you can't do it today. But guys, right now things are it seems like it's taking people longer to get jobs. And during this time, we need to be building as many relationships as we can. And guess what?
Mhm.
it's
You
important.
want to build a relationship with those people that are tops in your industry. You know why? Because they're tops in your industry. And along with that, they've got a huge network. How do you think they got to be tops in their industry?
Yeah.
That networking and different things and different people that they know. I have found, and Diana and I were talking about this yesterday, most people are more than glad to help if they've got the time. And they would be glad to share things with us because it just helps us from the inside. We get out and we can help somebody do something, and especially if it turns into something. So Austin Huckabee, I mentioned him. Austin and I have been working on a job. He's a young guy, a lot younger than Foster, and we've been working on a job not years, but quite a while. And it happened, and CEC Entertainment says, "Hey, Austin, come on over here, man, be a part of this team." And there were a lot of things that Austin didn't know about when he first started. When people start in this network, they don't know about how the network works. So since
Mhm.
Foster created most of this network, I suggest a whole lot of things to people that they get involved in, but they got to get out of the house and they got to get in front of people to do that. Now I know everybody is not as gregarious as I am. Yeah, God, that word's probably not even enough for my personality.
Ah!
But but I feel as though if we get out there and we meet people that are doing it, my dad used to tell the church, how you gonna learn how to do something if you don't hang out with the people that do it?
That's a really good point. And one of the things that comes to mind is have you guys ever heard of the concept of a pollinator? Like at work?
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
have.
in
Yeah.
biology,
let's
maybe.
talk about it a little bit. No, a pollinator,
Hmm.
they're very interesting people. And a lot of times, especially like really high achievers that are like, we just want to get stuff done, or close the most tickets, write the most lines of code, whatever. They don't necessarily appreciate pollinators when they work at it, because the pollinator a lot of times is not at their desk or at their
Yeah.
Slack. They are talking to people, but they're the people that aren't necessarily in management, but they seem to always know what's going on.
They know what's
And
happening.
in siloed organizations, they're really valuable because you get all this informal knowledge whenever like your normal communication channels don't work. So when you are thinking about networking for a job, pollinators also generally like to help even more than most regular humans.
I
Yeah,
like that.
So if
I'm a
you sit
pollinator.
down,
Yeah.
if you sit down and think, who do I want to network with? Like we often go to our old boss or the guy in the next cube, but if you could sit down and brainstorm like who are the pollinators that I've known, even if
Mhm.
they may have even annoyed you at your job. You don't have to tell them they annoyed you.
Oh, then
But
there's
just
those
say,
people.
oh, well, yeah, Foster was my boss, but Dana was the pollinator. And I learned a lot of stuff from Dana. Call
Mhm.
Dana.
Mhm. Rex is a pollinator. I love him.
Rex is a big time pollinator.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Ooh, that's a good idea. I like talking to those people that are at the water cooler. Do we still do the water coolers and that kind of thing? We got so much technology
I
now. I
know
don't know if we
people
got
that
time to
have
go to the
like
water cooler.
water cooler. Like I'm considering starting like Slack just to help with communications in my business. And most people have some sort of like general chatter or whatever. I'm like, I think I'm gonna name that channel the water cooler because
The
that's where
water
the random
cooler.
stuff goes. But yeah, the pollinators. Go find the pollinators.
Hey, Diana, tell us a little bit about your podcast and some of the things that you've got going
Oh,
on.
my podcast.
I'm enjoying it.
Okay, so my podcast is called Work Should Feel Good. And the tagline is it's the show where your career growth meets your real life. So it's not all just gushy gushy. We want everything to be like puppies and rainbows. It's not all we're trying to get the most money and get promoted. There's like in the middle. So I have a mix of types of guests on there. I've
Yes,
had
you do.
people that were my clients that have done something to get promoted or get a new job or whatever, that'll talk about their journeys and what worked for them. And also their secret sauce. Like I want them to show off their secret sauce. I have had other career coaches like Foster. You're gonna end up on there sometime.
Yeah, when you
To
invite me,
talk
I'm walking
about
through the
probably
door.
being the gregarious networker guy.
Yeah.
And then I've also had a mix of thought leaders and experts. So Mike and Andy, the people that wrote the book I talked about, are on there. There's
Okay.
several other authors that I've had on there. I've got a recruiter in marketing and tech that's coming on in a few weeks, a president of a consulting company. And so I like to talk to them about a combination of how they got where they are, because there's still a lot of people that think, well, we just climb up the ladder. You start as the accounting clerk and then you end up the CFO, and that's not how careers work anymore. So we talk about
Yeah.
people's journeys. A lot of the people have been in corporate and then got their own business.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
it's just a
yes.
big mix and there's something to take away
I
from
love that.
everyone. But I just started doing solo episodes too. I recorded my second solo episode just about an hour before I got on here.
Oh,
So I'm trying to bring advice and inspiration and mindset and stuff people don't think about so they can grow. Because HR isn't doing it for you.
yeah. And you know, one thing you just reminded me of, there are people all over this country. There are people all over the world. For this podcast, we are blessed to have people that are engaged with us in other countries. But you know what, guys? We need to be reaching out to people in other states, other places, because
Yes.
I've found that the corporate environments in each state in the United States, different places, kind of operates a little bit. The foundations are the same, but the people are different. Like, even down in Houston, you can find a lot of accounting jobs down there, of course, oil and gas and energy and that sort
Yep.
of thing. Guys, connect with some of these people. There are opportunities in other industries that we have not been in, but we are blessed to have our baseline of operations of whatever it is that we're good at. And it is, you can cross pollinate it. There it is. There's that
You
word.
also never know. I mean, especially since like a lot of the remote first jobs are not remote first anymore. Like we're back in offices more. But
Yeah.
you never know when the person that you meet in another state is going to reintroduce you back to someone in your own backyard. I talked
Yeah.
recently to a potential client that was a VP at a well-known local company here in Kansas City. The person that introduced me was a client that I had that's in Seattle. They
Uh-huh.
knew each other from like a learning and development leadership community, and he introduced me. And I'm like, I would never have run across that guy in my own backyard.
I
So
know.
yeah, I'd
And
look at
a
that.
lot of these big companies that we have, and I'm just going to say here in Dallas but we're not the only one. I used to work for IBM. I used to work for Citigroup. And they have facilities all over the world, guys.
Yes.
So, do you think that we should? And Dana, if you can hear me, can you get? I don't see Dana. Where'd she go? Dana, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Am I not? Okay.
You're not showing.
Yeah,
Weird. I'm
Or
having
black
problems with my computer. Even my mouse quit working. So
Oh
I
no.
don't- yeah.
There's
So
technology for you.
yeah. So I appreciate you. So I'm gonna try and see if I can figure this out. Hold on. Yeah,
No,
but
we
I can
got
hear you.
good, good. Well, Dana and I talk about all the time these people that work in these
Oh
different
my
companies that we work in the
gosh.
same company. Dana's company is all over the United States. Dana, are you guys global yet? Do you have
No, because we're acquiring oral surgery practices, so we're just throughout the United States.
relationships that you guys are make right here where you are will stretch out to other places?
Yeah.
And Dana has other places. She's a recruiter and she has to hire people
Yeah.
all over the United States. So
Mhm.
guys, don't be timid to network. And we've got Zoom, we've got Blue Jeans, we've got what are some of those other things that we have?
I haven't heard about blue jeans in a
You haven't
long
heard about
time.
I actually like Blue Jeans. It's kind of cool.
I haven't really used it. I've been I mean everybody in my orbit uses Zoom, but
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
Don't
The
matter.
point is like the way I describe it to people is a lot of people will start with I'm gonna DM somebody. Well, only like 30% of people, 25 to 30% of people even log on to LinkedIn once a month.
Uh-huh.
Because so many people still look at it as, oh, that's just if I need a job. That's just if I need to go look for new work. So they don't log in very
Not
often.
necessarily,
But I talk to people and they will DM their old boss that they got along well with, not hear back and think that person doesn't like him anymore. And it's really they didn't log in. And their cell number is sitting in their phone. Their personal email is sitting in their phone. So
Hello.
the guidance I usually have for people is use the channel that feels the closest and more appropriate. Don't just send something to LinkedIn because, well, that's the professional networking site. Think about your individual relationship with the person.
Yes.
If you worked very loosely with someone and didn't know them well, LinkedIn might be the right place. But if you sat in the cube next door to him and went through fire to get the project over the line and you guys had a good relationship but just haven't talked in a long time, then you might not need to use LinkedIn if you have another way. So
yeah, you can reach over there and get a fist bump from them. My God, come on now.
Yes.
But I'm going to be a proponent of networking wherever it is, guys.
I'm back.
Wherever people are, that's where the answers are. There's Dana.
You have to reboot?
Hey,
Yeah,
well,
I
now she's
rebooted, but
frozen.
now
Now
it's
you-
working. So woohoo!
Yay.
Yay. We got
Good.
Dana back right before we're going to go to commercial here in a little bit. But we're talking about not being timid to reach out in a networking fashion.
Yeah.
Don't be timid to reach out to people, the big name people like maybe a Brene Brown or someone like that, or Jay Shetty or some of these big time, or maybe the president of the United States. You never know. Uh, you guys would be surprised who I'm connected to on LinkedIn. And
Absolutely.
not all of them, but some of these people I
Oh,
confer with. There's that music I was
yep.
talking about. We're going to come back. We're going to keep
See you
talking
in just
about
a
this,
few.
and I'll have another dad joke for you guys.
Woo! See y'all in a few.
If you're trying to quit drinking or doing too many drugs, listen to me. You don't know me and we'll never meet. I had a problem like you once. I drank and used to party a little too much till it got out of control and almost ruined my life. I realized I needed help to fix my problem before it totally destroyed me. If you've tried to fix your drinking and drug problem and you know you can't do it alone, you need to call the National Treatment Advisors. They'll immerse you into a 30-day program to replace your old habits with new habits and totally change your life. And if you have PPO private health insurance, the entire program may be covered. Fix your problem right now before it gets any worse. Get clean. Call now and learn more. 877-247-1581. 877-247-1581. 877-247-1581.
Attention all business owners and creative minds. Do you need a unique and personalized touch for your products? Look no further than Romika Laser Engraving and Custom Designs. I'm Ron Phillips, co-owner of Romika Designs. We offer custom laser engraving services for a variety of products, including promotional items and corporate or personal gifts. With state-of-the-art equipment and a team of skilled designers, we can engrave intricate designs on virtually any material. Whether it's a special message, a company logo, or a custom design, Romika Laser Engraving will help you make your mark. And the best part, our prices are affordable and our turnaround time is quick.
I couldn't be happier with the work Romika Laser Engraving did for me. The engraving on my product was precise and exactly what I wanted.
So don't wait any longer to add a personal touch to your products. Call Romika Laser Engraving and Custom Designs today at 817-400-4040 or visit our website at romikadesigns.com. We look forward to helping you make your mark. Joco Community Radio. Listen live at tunein.com.
Hello, Jobfather
All right, we're
Nation.
back.
We are back for the second
Yeah.
half. Y'all can hear me okay? Can y'all hear me okay? Okay.
Can you hear me,
NTX
Dana?
Yeah, I can. And NTX
Good.
Radio is a radio and podcast collective proudly serving all of North Texas and can be heard all over the world on TuneIn Radio and on the NTX Radio app. You can listen to us via Android, Apple CarPlay, or just ask Alexa. Check out our lineup and more at ntxradio.com. We thank our valued partners for helping us amplify the voices of North Texas. And we are so excited to get into our second half with Diana. I want to say we are so honored to have Mez with us, who is the individual that keeps our show together. Mez, thank you for all your hard work. Foster, we are so glad you're back. And we have just got so many wonderful people that are joining today. And Roll Car, we see you. That's Suzanne Carr, we see you. We're thankful you're
Suzanne?
here.
Okay.
It
okay.
is
I was gonna
Suzanne.
ask who that was. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're just glad we have a great group back with us today. And we're just so honored to have Diana. So do either of you have a funny dad joke for the second half?
Oh, you know I got one. Maybe Diana might. I see her laughing. What's up? No.
I got it. I got more.
You got more?
I got
Okay.
more. You go first.
Okay. So Yeah, and before I got a text, guys. Two texts actually said, "Foster, where's Mez?" And so I'm glad that Dana just told us Mez is with us, guys. Mez is there. She's behind the scenes, keeping everything going. And
We love
yeah,
her.
and Diana, if you would share in the private chat what you want Mez to put up so everybody can see how to connect with you and get with
Oh,
some of the things that you
she
have
got
going on.
my
Did she
LinkedIn
get
and
it?
my
Okay.
podcast up already. So
So you guys
we're
can go
good.
now. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but you can go and find Diana ALT, guys. Don't hit that alt button on your computer. Just put it. You guys can find Diana Alt on LinkedIn, and you can find out a lot of things about what you should get involved with that Diana's got going on. I love Diana, and I appreciate Diana coming and being with us because we've probably had Diana on the show maybe four, maybe even five
I think
times
it's
now.
4 or 5 times. I lost
Yeah.
count.
Well, I love it. I love it. My job as a job seeker, I used to be a job seeker. The other day I was. I am a job seeker for you guys as a job father is to bring you guys information and people that got stuff going on that you guys need to know about. It's up to you whether you decide to take us up on our offers or not. So my job is to tell you guys what's cool. If it ain't cool, you ain't gonna get it from Foster. Hey, I got a University of Texas shirt on. You know what I'm saying?
I love
So
it. Go UT. Hook 'em
OUT.
horns.
Okay, so we're back. I want to tell you guys a dad joke, and then I've got an idea that I want you guys to take note of. So we're getting again in the Halloween spirit. So what did how did the zombie become great at trick or treating?
Oh, for goodness sakes. Let's see. So zombies are
It'll
by
explain itself. It's lame, but it'll explain
I
itself.
mean, I got nothing.
Dedication.
Oh my god. But they're undead, Foster. They're
there
undead.
I missed it because my internet froze up again. What was the punchline?
The punchline was dedication, Dana.
Yeah. I got one for you. I have a Halloween theme
Come on,
one.
come on, come on.
Okay.
Okay.
So why didn't the skeleton cross the road?
Oh,
Why?
his
It didn't
bone
have the
broke.
guts to do it.
Oh no crap. That is so freaking good. I love
Yeah,
it.
that's a good one,
I
Dana.
love
It's ridiculous. Is
Yeah.
what it is. That's
That
all
was-
that's good.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Maz is probably
But
even laughing back there. We just can't hear her.
she's funny like that.
We love
Did-
Mez.
Didn't have the guts to do it. A skeleton.
Honestly, we've got to start commissioning Diana to help with the dad jokes. No, I'm
No.
kidding. I
Yeah.
love
I
you,
don't have
Foster.
so many, but I
Oh
like
my goodness.
I have a few that involve people walking into a bar. Some
Looks
of them
like-
are a little esoteric, but
Looks like Daniel, like this is our first show, guys. It feels like our first show back. Earlier when we were talking about time in media, I'm approaching 10 years in media. Dana and I are 4 years old, and Mark, Trevor, and I on the Who You Know Job Networking show lasted about 4 years as well. So I'm climbing the ladder here with the years in media kind of thing. I still am not a media personality, I don't think, in my mind, but I just like to get out here and have fun. Hey, Bill Benishek, man, it's good to see you. I meant to call you yesterday and I ran out of time, man. And when I wanted to call you, it was too late. So it's good to see you and thanks for being with us. Good to see everybody with us. So, guys, here's an idea. There's some ideas that go through our head during this time of job search. If you're a job seeker, there are a lot of different things that kind of float across your mind. There's some things you've been interested in your whole life you may be good at. It might be something that you have considered having your own business doing. Well, guess what? You guys are part of the NTX radio network or podcast right now. North Texas, we've got 2 studios now. We started out in Burleson,
Yeah.
and now we're in
Can you
Fort
believe
Worth,
that?
and
Man,
we've got more coming.
it's a
There-
blessing.
yeah. So, guys, here's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Consider calling and talking with Tiffany Hurd.
Yeah.
And you guys saw at the commercial, you saw Tiffany's email address. It's t.hurd at ntx.com. And
Yes.
Tiffany will not only tell you about NTX and the growth of NTX and how we are a podcast and radio collective, because there's a lot of people with a lot of ideas that need to get broadcast so other people can grow over it. Just like here. Here, Dana and I try to bring you guys the best and the good ideas about things that you probably never even thought about in your job search. Didn't even know this network or filaments of this network even existed. So that's what Dana and I and Mez are here to do. And we do a good job, and we have some wonderful connections. And now we got connections all over the world.
Yep.
When we started off, it was not so.
Foster, how did you and Diana meet?
Well, Diana and I, tell them, Diana.
I was salty on LinkedIn about
Yep,
something
on LinkedIn.
and did that more than once, and somehow the algorithm did its algorithm thing.
Yep.
And Foster found me and invited me on the show.
Diana.
She's salty. Let's bring
So
her on.
basically,
Guys,
I
you
was
see,
being
yeah.
salty because that's part of my shtick.
She is. She's salty, y'all.
Mm.
It's
I'm
better
a-
that she says that about herself.
I'd say
than me saying it
spicy.
about her.
Spicy.
I mean, it depends on the day. Funny story. I use ChatGPT a lot to help me write content or
Me
get
too.
ideas for stuff.
Mhm.
And I will sometimes tell it when it's editing content, I need you to make it like kettle corn.
Oh,
It
there you
needs
go.
to be a little sweet and a little salty. So, but yeah, I mean, we were just two humans humaning on LinkedIn.
That's it. That's all
And
it takes.
Oscar saw something that he thought, well, that's cool, then reached out to me. And at first I was like,
That's
I don't
right.
know who this man is. Does anybody listen to the radio? Like, what is this deal? But now I come on your show whenever you ask me.
Yeah, and
Much as I can.
you're gonna be coming on in years to come, and we love it. And guys, I love the saltiness of Diana. Diana is very bold. Diana's probably bolder than I am to do some things. She tells things the way it is, and she's not afraid to do it. Sometimes, guys, we need to hear some things, some truths about what we're into, because ain't nobody else gonna tell us. But that's Diana. I love it. And she is a no BS career strategist. And when I saw that, I said, "Oh yeah, that's my buddy." And Diana got her hair did yesterday.
I did.
Yeah,
I got my
Diana
hair
looks
did.
really pretty.
I got it done. It's curled and everything. Yeah. So I have a good hair. I giggled that I was like, I'm real glad I didn't make that hair appointment for Friday afternoon or Thursday afternoon. I wouldn't have been done in time. Can we talk about a truth that people need to hear?
Come on.
Okay,
girl.
so I'm actually doing this is some stuff I'm bringing to you by way of like a C-suite and board level resume writer that I know on LinkedIn. Her name is Erica Reckamp. And
Erica.
You know Erica? She did a report.
I know her because of you.
Oh, okay. Well, did you go read that report yet?
I haven't read the report.
Okay,
I'm
going to talk about it because I actually did like a 15 or 20-minute breakdown of it that's going on my podcast next Wednesday. So hit subscribe in your Apple or your Spotify or whatever on Work Should Feel Good to listen to this. And then she's coming on my show in a few weeks. But basically, she did a whole study about job seekers, like regular old job seekers, not resume experts and not AI experts, going into ChatGPT and Claude and other tools and just putting in their resume and saying, give me feedback on my resume and what happens.
Okay.
So it's a whole entire report that talks about this, what was good, what was bad, and then even shows the exact resumes that they put in. A spoiler alert. If your resume is already pretty good, like fair or good, you will get more feedback that is going to hurt your resume on average than feedback that will help your resume.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Which aligns with some of what I've seen when I'm scanning it. So it was a really interesting study, though. She went through three different quality levels of resume, put it in 8 different AI tools, marked down all the different stuff, classified the feedback by whether it was, harmful or unnecessary, but not going to hurt you, or actually good feedback. And it was stunning. There was 3 times more harmful feedback on a good resume than helpful feedback on a good resume. So what I would say to anybody here that has been doing that, they've been just uploading their resume and saying, tell me if this is any good, give me the feedback, is to do 3 little extra things that'll only take you a couple minutes more.
Okay.
Number 1, give it a target to think about. If you just upload your resume and you don't give it any context, then it's not going to know what to do. And if one of the problems with your resume is that it's not super clear, then you're going to be flapping in the wind. So if you either put a job description that you would want, just upload that. Or if you don't have one, you could just say, well, I want to get a senior project manager job in, the ed tech industry. That at least gives it something to go with. Number 2 is tell it who you want it to act like. And you can do that a couple different ways. So the 3 people that look at your resume during a hiring cycle are usually number 1, the recruiter, number 2, the hiring manager that you would actually work for, and number 3, they're usually peers. So if you say, act as a recruiter hiring for this kind of company, here's the job description, here's my thing, that'll tell it like what hat to put on. And then you can do the same thing with other roles. And then the third thing that I like to do is ask it to rate it in terms of likelihood to get a call for an interview for my target.
Yeah.
So you can do 5 stars, but don't ever try to get it to 10 because it'll never give you 10. All the tools think, well, we can always make it better. We can always make it better. And they do that till they wrap around and make it worse. But
good point.
You'll just start getting in the right direction though. So that's my quick tips if somebody wants to improve getting feedback. Yeah.
Diana, that is really important information. And I just want to thank you, Diane, for that because I think it's one of the most common mistakes, or I don't think, I know it is. People are applying to jobs and they don't make sure that their resume is targeted to the role.
Well, and they don't know what's good. Like that's one of the biggest problems.
Yeah.
And then in the study, like she kind of pulled together, like, here's the things that pretty much everybody agrees is good on a resume. Like all the people that certify resume writers and like all of that. So there's some things that are opinions, like, should you have a skills list at the top or the bottom? Like that kind of stuff was not necessarily in the good or like misleading feedback bucket because people don't always agree and it's contextual. But you darn sure need a target.
I would say so, yeah.
It needs to be clear what you're good at.
Exactly.
So those kinds of things. So I'm actually going to put Erica's, Mez, I'm going to give you because I'm having trouble commenting, but I'm going to put Erica's LinkedIn.
Thank you.
So that y'all she has posts on her wall on LinkedIn that have the links to all this stuff. So
that's cool. It reminds me of, guys, we're branding as we go along. When I think of a job search coach, I think of Diana Alt. Honestly, I'm not just saying that because she's on the show. And when I think of a recruiter, I think of Dana Gingrich. Now, I've known Dana. I've got a relationship with Dana. I've known Dana for years now. Oh, my God. Way back. We're both kids, Dana, when we're hanging out.
Yeah.
We're young recruiters. And you know what, guys? When you get out some of these networking events, some of these community networking events, some of these happy hours, guys, you don't have to just know who you're going to meet with. Get out and meet people, guys. You will be surprised who you will meet, who they will know. All of that sort of thing. We're here to talk about things that people are timid to do today, and everything that I have done in building this network involved people.
Oh, yeah.
Probably more than 90% of this network were ideas that I picked up from you guys. What are y'all looking for? What do you know? What do recruiters like to see? All of this. Well, I've been a recruiter for years anyway, so I had some idea of it a little bit. And so, guys, don't be timid to go to somewhere where you're thinking, there's not any functionality for me and what I'm looking for over there with those people. Wrong.
That is a pet peeve of mine.
Go, Diana.
Oh boy. So
I like this show. This is good for
there's a
show for
couple,
me.
two aspects. Number one, first, if your first goal of networking is to get something right away, just
Wrong.
stay home
Yeah,
Yeah.
stay it. Don't
because
bother
people
people. Stay
sniff
at
that
home.
out. So I always tell people try to be a give first person. You don't have to give much. Even if all you do is say, "Hey Dana, I know it's been 3 years since we talked after you left Acme Corporation,
Yep.
but I just wanted to say I was thinking of you and I appreciate you." Even that at first. And then, "How's
Aw.
it going, Dana? What's going on with you?" "Oh, you just
Yeah.
started a new job? I'm actually looking for a new job.
Yeah. Yeah.
Doing XYZ. So if you hear
You don't have
anything
to hit
great,
them in the face with it,
you
right?
don't have to hit them in the face, but ask them about themselves and what's going on. And then when the opportunity is there, share. But the other thing is people get too linear. So they just want to
Hello.
they just want to talk to hiring managers.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That makes
You know who
sense.
knows everybody and talks to everybody and gets along with everybody? Your
Who?
hairstylist.
Yeah.
You know
And
what?
people at the
So
grocery store.
true.
Your hairstylist. And somebody like you may think, well, I'm a director of IT. I need to know the CIO. I need to know the CIOs. And so then you're thinking, well, there's not going to be any CIOs at this event, or I'm not connected to any CIOs. CIOs get their haircut somewhere.
They do.
Somewhere.
And it might be your hairstylist. So
You never
telling
know.
your hairstylist, this is on my mind because I got my hair did yesterday.
I
But
know
telling
it.
your hairstylist, like, hey, here's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like, do you have any clients or do you know anyone that's working at T-Mobile, which is in Overland Park, Kansas, where
Mhm.
near where I'm at? Oh yeah, I've known this person. They were a client a few years ago and they work in marketing. I could introduce you. Like those kinds of things. It's the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon that we're trying to do. We're
Yeah,
not
it
trying
is.
to do from where we're at directly into the person that's going to hire us. That's not how this stuff works.
It's not. Hey, Diana, do you guys have a lot of stuff going on with Boeing? Are they still up in Overland Park?
Boeing's in Wichita.
Wichita.
So,
Okay. That's where
which
my
is about
daughter
3
is.
hours from me.
Hey, Hannah Banana. There
What?
was something years ago, and this is just me spouting again, but years ago, there was something very prominent in Overland Park, Kansas, and I
It's
can't remember
Sprint
what it was.
was there.
Yeah, that
Sprint.
was it.
No
So
I
wonder
miss
Sprint
I worked for GTE.
Sprint
No
was
wonder.
there.
I
And
miss Sprint.
well, yeah, T-Mobile bought them up. So
I
they're
know.
still there. They're just pink now instead of yellow.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
they're underneath
they're still
T-Mobile
there. They had a
umbrella.
giant campus, and a lot of that is, T-Mobile had all kinds of other offices. So a bunch of other companies, people still call it the Sprint campus, even though Sprint
Yeah.
doesn't exist. But
Sprint don't
I
do it
saw.
no more.
yeah, they're there. We have several major companies here that a lot of people don't think about. H&R Block is headquartered in Kansas City.
Okay, keep going. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't realize that.
AMC Theaters is headquartered
Okay.
in Kansas City. Hallmark
Hallmark.
as well. And then we've got Black and Veatch, which is a big engineering
That's
construction
a
company.
big engineering.
It's
Yeah.
really big. I mean, it's one of the biggest ones. So those are just a few. And then there was a company, it's now part of Oracle, but
Mhm.
Cerner Corporation was a healthcare IT company that started and was headquartered here. And 3 or 4 years ago, Oracle bought them out. So of course there's a big presence still here, but it's not the headquarters because Oracle's headquarters is in the Bay Area, I think. But
Yeah, I think
there's
they are
quite a
in the Bay
few.
Area.
There's a lot of big and small tech companies in Kansas City. I heard it when I moved here in 2002, towards the end of the tech wreck, the internet bust. And then within a few years, I was hearing the term Silicon Prairie about Kansas, the Kansas City metro, because
Really?
there was so many tech jobs here. It was like this unknown secret of people. All the people like in Boston and in Seattle and the Bay Area all thought, well, this is flyover country. There's no technical talent there.
Yeah, it is.
Meanwhile, we have all these big companies that are headquartered here.
Yeah,
So,
you do. Hey, Diana, how far are you guys from Kansas City, in the Kansas City area?
so I'm in Olathe, and
Okay.
that's like 30 minutes from downtown Kansas City.
Okay. Now I'm trying to think of that big Barbecue. Of course, I'm thinking of barbecue, but I think is it Jack Stacks?
Uh-huh.
That's
That's
okay.
one.
Okay.
That's one of them.
Okay.
I'm close to that. We have a whole lot of them. One of the best ones to go to if you ever come up here is called Joe's KC Barbecue. It used to be called Oklahoma Joe's, which is weird because we're in Kansas, but it's
Okay.
called Joe's
Okay.
KC.
Okay. Yeah. Those.
And the original
Yeah.
one is in a gas station.
Uh-huh. Oklahoma Joe is a well-known brand of barbecue pit.
There was some sort of brand partnership going on there, and then they split off, and so they renamed ours. Dana, are you there? I feel like everybody froze up. There you are, Foster.
Man, I went
Like, I'm
away
carrying the show by
I
myself.
didn't even do anything. Oh my goodness. Guys, you're hearing right now things that you didn't even know. I mean, we started this show. We didn't know what we're going to talk about other than this kind of stuff. We want you guys to be not timid to get out. We are not robots, guys. It does not always have to make sense. And the fact that we've always thought about, because we've got so much technology, we tend to think that way, guys. We are people. I'm going to, and Diana, we talk about this all the time, but you know what? We're people. We need to
Yeah.
continue to be people. We need to keep that human element going. Yeah, we have a lot of technology and things that can help us along, but y'all don't let it turn us into bots.
Yeah, a friend of mine actually, she's a career and business coach. Her name's Angie. She just attended a conference last week in Dallas
Okay.
called AI Marketing World. And she was hired to keynote a talk on how to maintain your humanity in the age of AI.
Yeah.
Which was really an interesting topic. And I wish I would have been there. I wasn't able to go, but she knocked it out of the park. But it's really interesting for us to think about, what can this technology do and what can it not do? It can't replace wisdom. I think that's the most important thing.
No,
It can't
not at all.
replace wisdom and discernment. So yes, like it can aid in decisions, but everything's got to pass the sniff test, Foster.
Yeah, I guess so, huh?
So,
guys, in companies, we all have target companies. We have companies that we thought about we wanted to work for. Me, it was NASA from since I was a little bitty kid, and I was involved in recruiting the operations director, the COO for NASA way back in the day. No,
wow.
and we became friends. And he's like, "How do you know all this nerdy NASA stuff? You're a recruiter out there." I said, "Well, I've always wanted to work for NASA, and I've always, back in the day before internet, some of us remember encyclopedias." And I used to get in trouble,
Oh my
Diana,
God.
because I'd be up late at night and
Reading
hiding
the
under my
world book.
covers in my bedroom, reading the encyclopedia. I was reading everything about what NASA had going on. And that in my head, that was how NASA.
I used to read I did that too. We had the World Book Encyclopedia,
Yes.
which was not as fancy as Encyclopedia Britannica.
Remember Britannica?
Yeah, that's like the rich people encyclopedia. I don't think I had the rich people encyclopedia.
Britannicas were real expensive, and that's why my mom bought them. My mom invested. She put them on layaway. Remember layaway?
Oh yes.
And I had Britannica, and so that's how I became interested in NASA and all that. So I'm nerdy anyway, y'all know that. But guess what? Dr. Afrin said, "Foster, I want to hire you here to be a contract recruiter here at NASA." And that's how it happened. And I did 1, 2, and maybe I might have a third project that I might be able to plug into. Some really, really neat stuff that I would put you, if I started talking about it, it'd put you guys to sleep in record time, I promise you.
I've had one client that was working for NASA. He was like an assistant branch manager.
Oh man, here we go. Diana,
We're all
thanks
done.
for being with us.
Thanks for having me today.
Absolutely. We'll see you guys next Friday, and it won't be so boring. That's not boring.
We're
Never
not boring
here. Not boring.
We're not boring at all.
From Burleson to Venus and Grandview to Godley, this is the voice of Johnson County, Joco Community Radio.
Phone and call. That's right. Call, because the best prices are not online. They're with SmartFares. See, SmartFares has special deals with the airlines. When they have unsold seats, they use SmartFares to fill them. So you get airline tickets at ridiculously low prices. Our prices are too low to publish online. With the extra money you'll save, you can book another